to a different location. And it's like a nice looking building that doesn't look like they just ripped the floor out of a 2-story building.
Yeah, the one in Greenville is surprisingly in a great spot. Now, granted, it's kind of hidden. Like, I think if you were touring around, you've never been to Greenville, you've never been there, you'll pop in the location on your GPS, but like, there's the door, but where the hell is it?
Yeah, it's like, weird to walk into because you like pass by another store on the way in or something. Like,
yeah, then you have to go down a hallway and then it's back there. Or if you go, God forbid, you go to the back entrance, you have to climb like that rickety metal flight of stairs.
Yeah.
To get into the back door.
A fire escape.
Yeah.
You know,
it literally is like an old New York fire escape. So,
yeah.
If you haven't picked up on what we're talking about, or if you didn't even look at the title of the download you are listening to, we are doing Mellow Mushroom in Greenville. This is Andrew Van, 1-Star Reviews host, with my co-host from the Segments podcast, Manus and Lindsay Clancy.
Hello.
And we're reminiscing on a place that's, even though it's a chain restaurant, it's probably one of the older pizza places downtown in Greenville. So, like, if you don't count like Bortolo's has been there for a while, and what's the other pizza place that's downtown? I can't remember. Bortolo's got the takeout window.
Mm-hmm. There used to be the one that's a little bit farther down that's got the square. Bellacino's?
I think of Vic's, the place that closed down.
Yeah.
Vic closed, but Bellacino's is the other one. That is right.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've had their sandwiches once or twice. Their sandwiches are actually
I think there's a location in Easley as well. We've gotten that for work. It's pretty good.
We're not talking or reminiscing about any of those places. We're talking about our favorite little chain that's right in the very heart and soul of Greenville's downtown.
The trippiest pizza place.
It is definitely the trippiest place. And probably
out there, brother.
It's got mushrooms with eyes.
It's absolutely groovy.
It's the most consistent in, like, I'll say this. I generally like Mellow Mushroom a lot. I love their pizza flavors. I like the crust, like the garlic. Like, you can just smell of it going in there. It's very
love the aesthetic.
Yeah, it's great.
In there with your tie-dye t-shirt.
Yeah.
But I'm also that
point your VW van up to the Mellow Mushroom, and you go in there. You're wearing your purple heart-shaped sunglasses and your bandana. And your
fringe vest.
Your fringe vest on top of a tie-dye tank top and your bell-bottom jeans and your bare feet. And you got a big white beard and you're going to their Mellow Mushrooms.
Water bottle on a strap that you wear like a messenger bag.
Yeah, saying, give me a Coke.
After all that, you ordered a Coke?
That sounds like you actually just worked there. That's what that sounded like.
Yeah, that sounds a lot more like me than anybody else.
You sounded like their employee of the month. So it's a great, chill, laid-back place. They have a lot of room for dining. If you have a big party, they can accommodate a lot of local beers as well. So generally, I like Mellow Mushroom. You guys do too. But I think we can all say at some point, probably I would say for me, about half the time I either go there or pick my food up, the service is kind of wonky. But because it's so good, I'm like kind of forgiving. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. And again, another place, all the places we've discussed today are like, kind of, I guess, regional chains on the smaller side, small to medium size, and specialty pie places. And this place had one of our favorite specialty pies of all time that actually got discontinued.
I literally forgot about it,
but
until you brought it up.
The fact that they discontinued our favorite pizza and we still enjoy going there and are willing to speak highly of it despite that, and despite,
Did you mention what pizza it is?
It's the Redskin potato pizza.
Yeah, it was a fantastic item on the menu.
But that just speaks to this place being, pretty high quality.
Yeah.
Hold on. So it's a Redskin potato pizza. I'm going to take a guess. It had ranch.
It did have
ranch.
Yeah,
it had thinly sliced red potatoes that were like covering it. There was like some kind of like
bacon,
garlicky sauce on the bottom, and then it had some like bacon and cheese and drizzles. There was like a caramelized onions. There was like a spicy ranch, and then like a different.
I remember that.
Well, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super good.
You guys remember back in the day that we used to have in Greenville a Stevie B's?
No,
I've never heard of that. Actually,
so Stevie B's was like, I guess your equivalent to like a CC's Pizza. And they also had like one of those weird baked potato ranch pizzas. And like, I can still taste that like in my head. I'm like, oh, like that was weird, but really dopishly good. So
yeah. It was one of those where it's like, it was not a normal pizza at all, but it tasted very good. Like the flavor combo was great.
Yeah.
But then they like changed the potato to like a different kind of potato for a while. And then they took it off the menu entirely. So I don't know if it was like supply chain,
Yeah.
like they were just having a hard time getting the ingredients to fully make it.
But
well, it's also like a weird concept. Like it's literally just like a scallop potato casserole on bread is what it's being.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good, and we
like the
lights a lot too. That's another big highlight.
Oh yeah, which is really just the crust.
So we're here to read the bad reviews of the good place that we like. I'll kick it off with this one. Canceled my to-go order at the last minute with no reason why. Ordered through Uber, but this has happened several times with only Mellow Mushroom. Assuming it's an Uber issue, but one of theirs. Don't allow orders with Uber if you don't want to fulfill them. And it's just like a general, like, sorry from the response owner kind of thing. So,
unfortunately, that is a thing that we've dealt with before, but it's hard to tell, like, where the issue actually is.
Yeah. You know? And I mean, this guy even says in his review, like, I think it's probably an Uber issue. Maybe it's a restaurant, but if you think it's an Uber issue, and there's a pretty good chance that it could be, why are you still leaving a review for this restaurant?
When you didn't even get the food.
Case,
when you didn't even
get a chance to get the food. It's not, and you're saying in your review, I don't think it's actually their fault I didn't get the food.
Yeah. Like that sucks. It does suck when you ordered something and then like you're counting on that to arrive and then last minute it doesn't arrive. Like that is annoying. That's very valid. I mean, but like, why take the time to do this? Who's this going to help?
That's a very real, like, keep that to yourself moment.
I mean, off recording, Lindsay, you were just saying about the time that you went and like they forgot your food in general.
Oh yeah, we went with a group of people and they just forgot to put mine in. They did give me a comp, like a comp for next time, but you know, that's a more legitimate complaint, I feel, than Uber canceling an order. I got one, which this is I just don't understand why you would do this. But I guess it's kind of related to the last review. Can't follow simple instructions. I ordered from DoorDash and called as soon as I placed it to ensure they knew what I wanted. Completely messed up the order. Food was subpar at best and came cold, which was DoorDash's fault. So again, blaming it on DoorDash. But are you telling me this person ordered on DoorDash and then called Mellow Mushroom?
Yeah, that's insane.
I've never done that. Like where you order and then also call the restaurant.
Yeah. That seems like something that can only lead to more confusion.
Exactly, because they're probably going to think it's two different orders.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know. I also get the sense that this person maybe ordered something that was fucking hyper specific.
Yeah.
Or like something that was like beyond the scope of what you could reasonably ask for on your pizza.
Something that like they ran out of characters in the notes section on DoorDash.
Yeah. Like asking for something insane or like some weird arrangement or like, can you cut my kid's pizza like this because he likes it in this shape or whatever. He likes to eat the middle part. Like he's one of those kids who's
he likes to eat the middle.
He's one of those kids at school, like the ladies at the cafeteria give him the middle pieces of the big square pizza, you know, with no crust. And he likes that.
That's when you cut all the slices in the dick shapes. You just
that just feels like micromanaging to the point where like you're screwing yourself.
Yes, for sure. Super like control freak stuff right there. I've got one right here. And my favorite line is the very first one. After driving an hour to get there.
Okay.
After driving
starting
an hour
out the gate shitty.
Yes.
I know. I mean, I guess we live. It gets rural real quick.
It's
outside,
reasonable to drive an hour to get to Greenville. It's not reasonable to drive an hour to get to the Greenville Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah.
You know, like save yourself some time.
Yeah.
After driving an hour to get there, greeted by rude hostess and was told they weren't seating any more customers due to staffing issues. We passed another server sitting down at an empty table as we entered from the back door. The hostess was watching paint dry. Staffing issues, I understand, as I own a business. Have the manager apologize, offer to seat us, and tell us it's going to be a longer than normal wait. But to just rudely be brushed away on a Saturday night at 7:45, bad business practices. Offer customers you can't accommodate a coupon for their next visit. Have been a loyal customer for years. You have been driving an hour to eat at this place for years. You've lost my business going forward. So when you do have staffing, I'm sure there will be a shortage of customers due to your current business practices. my money will be spent just as well at another pizza establishment.
I love how like everyone who writes a review obviously is a business owner and like
Mhm.
knows about best business practices and knows to
Mhm.
take away business from those who do not deserve it.
And like, I'm just gonna call full bullshit on the part saying there were two servers in there watching paint dry doing nothing, but you're saying like it's Saturday at 7:45. Like, they're probably like doing limited seating, and I bet those
Yeah.
people were working their ass off. You know,
Yeah.
like I just fully don't believe that.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like there's certain language that is like a red flag that I kind of tune out
Mhm.
of like, I will take my business elsewhere because my business is the most important business that a restaurant in Greenville could have. Like whenever I start hearing stuff like that, I'm like, I feel like it's probably dramatic. All right, here's one. This just feels weird to me. Ordered a calzone today, was told by the bartender it is the new way that they started making their calzones. Every time I come to Greenville, I stop by Mellow Mushroom and order a calzone, and this was by far the nastiest calzone I've ever had from Mellow Mushroom. There's an image, and it's like too long for the box kind of, so it's curved, but like it doesn't look that weird to me.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of
It's a little like this, so they attached a photo. It doesn't look particularly disgusting if they were
it's got a
trying to make it look disgusting.
It's got a healthy like layer of dusting
Like
of
parm?
parm on top.
It looks brown.
It's a little dark brown, but like, nothing unreasonable.
No.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the problem was there. Like
Mhm.
if I was served that, I would eat it.
Yeah. God, if I brought that to a family party, people would go fucking ape shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I
show
don't
up
know.
with
Maybe
that
it's just
thing,
tough crowd situation.
And I just put that on the buffet and cut it into little slices.
Uh-huh.
I'd be a hero. I've got one right here. Worst Mellow Mushroom and pizza restaurant I've ever been to. The staff is basically a bunch of hippies with poor service, and their specialty pizzas are so bad. And I left with a throat infection later that night. Not joking. Also, their gluten-free pizzas are literal cardboard. I would highly advise anyone not to go.
Are they implying that eating a Mellow Mushroom pizza gave them a throat infection
Yeah, that night.
that night?
That's insane.
That's
Throat infection.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This reads as like
I was already getting sick, but I'm gonna blame it on Mellow Mushroom.
Hyper dramatic reaction to the thing.
Mhm.
Let me just say too, gluten-free crust, it may not be their fault. All gluten-free crust is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
I mean,
yeah.
that could totally be valid.
Yeah.
This one is from 7 months ago. Very disappointed. Went with a group of 20 people and was told they could seat us, but they will need to find a server that would deal with us. Completely rude to the customer. Lost my business. I think that's just somebody who maybe misinterpreted a tone.
Yeah, it's probably like, oh, we got to get someone to like take care of your table, and they were like, what?
You can't just roll in with 20 people and expect to be like served like normal.
I saw a couple groups that were like, we came in with a group of 10, but a group of 2 got sat before us. It's like, yeah, because a 2-top is way easier to seat because there's a lot of 2-person tables that you can't seat a 10-person table at. It seemed like there's also a theme in these of like large groups being upset that they are a large group.
Yeah. I've got one right here that I kind of enjoy.
Right.
Yeah. This was my first time going to the Mellow Mushroom. I've been passing it for months, so today I decided to go give it a try. I was very disappointed by a couple of things. My food wasn't seasoned at all. The burger were messy with everything just sliding off, and the tots were cold and tasted like they came out of a school kitchen. And this was a to-go order. In the bag, there was no napkins, ketchup, or silverware. I'm sorry, but if you order a cheeseburger and tots to go from Mellow Mushroom, you don't deserve napkins or silverware. You deserve to eat it with your hands like the fuking animal that you are.
Look at.
Oh my God! Wow, I'm looking over at Lindsay's shoulder here, and somebody's written an absolute novel.
They're so long.
A lot of them are that way.
How do you have this much negative emotion? And a lot of them, this one start like one above it said good food, bad service. So like, yeah, I mean, service is not always the best there, but it's multiple people are writing 1-star reviews that are like paragraphs long when they're like, food was good. Waitress gave me a dirty look. 1 star.
I just had this one. It's kind of similar vein on this one to like the entitlement. Like my group, the other people got sat before my group. This one says we were told they had a 2-hour wait, but they sat other groups right as they walked in to put their name on the so-called list. I'm assuming you must be a friend to be seated right away.
The so-called list, they probably had a reservation.
No, but
or they put their name on the list a while ago and were saying their name now.
No, the waiters and waitresses are calling their little friends and having them come down there and eat before all the hardworking paying customers of Greenville.
I like that you said little friends.
All their little punk friends.
Like big boomer energy, which I think is like applicable. Oh, you're gonna have your little friends over?
You were really laughing at one a second ago over there.
I don't remember. I think I walked by it because it was too long, and I was like, I'm not gonna read something that's a minute and a half long.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of boomer, this one sounds like it was written by Manus. MM, as the kids call it now, is MM has lost its soul and forgotten its roots. The food is not as good. Service comes with a side of negativity and old favorites removed from the menu. The newer scheme is just ordinary and lacking fun.
Damn, I wish I could write that well.
They also missed that potato pizza, apparently.
They probably do.
What a well-constructed takedown. I have no response.
This one's very schematic. Horrible experience. Went to this location 9/22/18 at 6:20 p.m. 9 adults, 8 12-year-old soccer players all ordered pizza and salads except 3 people. All but 3 people finished their meal before the last received their order, and then only 2 of those 3 received their sandwich. The third person, who ordered a calzone, finally got his order after he raised Cain. Manager never came to apologize or anything. Horrible customer service. Will never eat at a Mellow Mushroom again, since this is the second horrible experience with this chain. That's a wide range of menu items there for one.
I like that we know how many 12-year-olds were there.
Yeah, right.
A pack of roaming 12-year-olds descended on the Mellow Mushroom in Greenville, South Carolina.
All right, how about this one? Loud, unattractive deco, aggravating, unrecognizable music overhead, unhappy service, not bad, unhappy, good food, not worth dining in, possible takeout, not sure if it's worth the trouble. Loud, unattractive deco. I mean, that's their whole shtick.
Yeah, come on.
Aggravating, unrecognizable music. I feel like
you catch the vibe from like the logo on the outside of the place.
Yeah.
That it's like a hippy dippy pizza place.
Unhappy service.
Yeah. Does it say not bad, unhappy in there? Like, did you read that part, or were you just saying that?
I didn't say not bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I did say not bad. That's just me talking.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're not saying it was bad service. They're saying it was unhappy service.
I thought they were following up to clarify.
Oh no! I wish that would be funnier.
That it was unhappy service.
That would be way funnier.
I've got one right here.
Could they have just been stoned? That's my question. Could they have just been high? I mean,
or if it's like, it's probably someone that was not super cheerful, and that meant they were rude, and it was a personal affront.
What did it say? Jarring, unfamiliar music from above?
Aggravating, unrecognizable music. I feel like they play like hits in there.
They play a lot of Gregorian chants in Mellow Mushroom now that I think of it. Yeah, they play a lot of hacker core.
Yeah, like that kind of, like, it sounds like a remix of something, but you don't know what.
Yeah. It's just like raw, unedited internet boops that a DJ would edit into a dubstep song. Here's this one. Horrible customer service. It was only 3 customers already sitting. I stood waiting to be seated for 10 minutes, and once seated, no napkins until end of my meal. Besides the one left on table with utensils, no refills. Or I was checked on. I was about to call the phone just to get a to-go box first, and last time, though, food was amazing. So this guy had a good experience.
I'm sorry, did they say there was no napkin except for the napkin that came with their silverware?
Yeah. Also,
that was what they led with. They led with the fact that there was no napkin, except, actually, there was a napkin.
I am kind of silently laughing my ass off at the demeaning ass image of somebody being forced to sloppily eat a personal pizza with no napkins, only for the waiter to come by at the very end and fucking lazily just throw a bunch of napkins in their face and say, clean yourself up.
Well, it sounds like they didn't want to unwrap the silverware. They wanted a separate stack of napkins.
Yeah, I mean, and like,
which is like,
yeah.
Also, I don't understand how people cannot like just ask for, like, if you need napkins from the waiter, why didn't they ask for a napkin?
Yeah.
Like, that would have fixed the entire problem. If they wanted an extra napkin, just ask for a napkin.
Yeah.
If you wanted a to-go box, just ask for a to-go box.
Yeah.
Or go to the front. Like, you're allowed to move around. Like, you're allowed to go talk to someone.
Yeah. This guy just kind of really proved how uncool he was with this review. Because like, when you go,
I thought that guy was cool.
Yeah.
Until now.
But like, you know, when you go into a restaurant and it's like kind of dead, you know, like the staff are kind of just like chilling in there as well, you know, when they're not like helping you out. So like, you know, if they're being a little more lax, they probably think that you're just kind of like chilling there as well. You know, you're not some uptight asshole who's gonna like, you know, judge their service when there's only, you know, 2 people in there or whatever. But this guy is.
I think the thing that I've just in the past few episodes, the general vibe is like people are upset that the waiters aren't like mind readers and don't know that they need a napkin, or don't know that they didn't know that they did this wrong until I told them. It's like, the waiter didn't cook the food. If you're unhappy, you have to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like no one is comfortable saying anything until they're at home and they can write a couple paragraphs bashing everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Speak up.
I would rather have a better experience by like, I don't even want to say advocating for myself, but like, just ask for what you want.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where, I think the last time I went to Mellow Mushroom, I felt old because I remember looking around going, I swear I could be some of these like waiters, like parent, like, like I'm just at that age now. I think that I'm like, oh my God, this is like an actual thing now. Like, it goes into my head. So
you looked at like all the pictures of like teenagers at Woodstock and stuff like that, and you thought like, God, like, you know, look at those kids.
I literally will watch sitcoms and I think to myself, like, how old am I compared to this character? Like today, my kids were watching Full House, R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Oh my gosh.
And my brain, like season 3 Joey, I'm like, oh, he looks like he's 40. Oh fuck, he's only 30 years old in this episode. Dave looks like wiser than me, and I'm like older than when the sitcom ended, age of Dave Coulier. So
yeah, the thing that keeps coming up on different podcasts that we listen to is that James Gandolfini was like 36 when he shot the pilot for The Sopranos.
Yeah,
way younger than you think.
Like How I Met Your Mother, I think I'm older than when the show ended with Ted at this point. Like I'm 37, about to be 38. I'm like, oh fuck, I think they ended the show when he was like only 36. So
oh wow, interesting.
I'm like extended cut like age of sitcom stars right now. So
I feel like we're aging out of the age range of like, if we were to, you know, make it into the big times, we almost couldn't play high school students anymore.
Yeah. That ship sailed for me a lot.
Manus is like the worst undercover like high school student right now.
When I was in UCB improv classes, I was taking classes, and we were sitting down, just kind of people were filing in, kind of shooting the shit, talking or whatever. And the classes were in the summer. And the class, you know, one of the classes happened to be a couple of days after my birthday. So I told people what I was doing that last weekend. I was like, oh, it was my birthday. I was doing this. And the teacher goes, oh, how old did you turn? How old are you? And I go, I just turned 19. And she did a full on spit take with her coffee. Like she like made a fucking mess. Like she was like, I never would have fucking guessed in my life that you were 19. So like, not even when I was a teenager could I have played a teenager on television.
Well, I was just making the joke that like all high schoolers are played by like 26-year-olds.
Yeah. And I sound like heavily smoking Ray Romano.
Yeah, but you sounded like that since you were like.
That's what I mean. I'm just saying. I could never have been a teenager.
Right.
On that.
Like Ray Romano, like looking for stunt doubles. Like, how old are you again? 19.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't hire this guy. No. He's not tall enough.
Most fucking plush gig I could imagine being Ray Romano's stunt double. When was the last time Ray Romano had to do a stunt?
Yeah, come into the kitchen a little too quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One of the
I just get to do like over the shoulder shots of him talking to someone else.
Yeah, like the literal stand-in.
God.
One of the dumbest Ray Romano jokes that has nothing to do with actually Ray Romano is John Hamm was on Fallon like a couple years ago, and Fallon just randomly asked him, like, I heard you can do impressions. It's like, yeah, but I need you to set me up, make like the golf swing noise. And this is Ray Romano golfing. And so Fallon goes, and then John Hamm just goes,
I have seen that clip before.
That's all he fucking says, and it's like the greatest thing.
Just like tiny sounds.
Yeah, that's a good.
I feel like if you want to do a good impression, you have to nail their like little tiny like guttural noises that the person makes.
I think John Hamm's my favorite comedian, actually.
Wait, I thought that was Zac Efron.
No, it's John Hamm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably John Hamm, Vin Diesel. Zac Efron's still up there. It's The Rock.
You have two rivals as like your two favorite comedians.
Yeah, those are his favorite comedians.
With all that heat between Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson, you still carry on both of them. You don't want to choose.
No, like I said, right? Who did I say it was just now?
John Hamm.
Yeah, right now John Hamm's my favorite comedian.
Okay, good.
I watched that clip of him in the town where he describes the dimensions of $1, and I fucking laugh my ass off.
You can hear Manus and Lindsay's laughter also on their Segments podcast. Check that out on iTunes and anything you listen to podcasts on as well. Also, if you are in Greenville, South Carolina, where we do our podcast out of, you can check out them on alchemycomedy.com and check out Coffee Underground, where they perform every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. And they have several different variety shows in short form, long form, all kinds of stuff there at Alchemy Comedy. It's a great place to check out live comedy in town. Also, give us a like, subscribe. Any more episodes on 1-star reviews. We'll be approaching 100 episodes sometime, depending how many breaks I take during the year, because, I'm kind of a full-time dad, probably some point in the summer this year. So we'll be getting there.
Wow.
Love doing episodes.
Andrew, we were on the 100th episode of your last podcast.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can't get any better than this. I gotta stop doing it. I had too many podcasts. And then I had more ideas, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do more different ideas, but fuck it. This is the main one. This is the one that I like rolling with.
That's dope. That's awesome, man.
Local reviews, local complaints. That's how it is. That's going to be the new segment, the new marketing. Local complaints.
Mm-hmm. Sour grapes.
Sour grapes. There you go. Check out more episodes there with segments. Check out more episodes of 1-star reviews. Manus and Lindsay will be back at some point as well. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys' time. It's been a fun run of pizza episodes, because who knows better about pizza besides someone from Florida and someone from New York State. New York State.
And who knows less about parks?
Says the guy with the woolly beard as an overgrown 19-year-old. So. Anyway, it's been fun, and check out more episodes. And I'm gonna hit a button now. The button somewhere.